So next up is arrowheads. Arrowheads may be used as trimming on a slot seam or an inverted plate. Basically, we're trying to retain the straight sides of the triangle versus the crow's foot, which kind of came in a little bit. We want this to stay perfectly straight. So let's go ahead and show you how we create the arrowhead. So for this one, it's still a triangle, obviously, and this is a very small triangle. I cheated and bought a triangle plate because I can't draw a straight line. So for this one, and I kind of read through the instructions multiple times, it's the same sort of idea where you bring it in a little closer on each stitch. So we come in at A, right? And then, hold on a second, bring, what's the arrow point? Uppermost, bring the needle up as an A. In at B, out at C. So basically this time, instead of taking the stitch over the top, we're taking the stitch, oh, we're still leaving it behind. So there's my B, there's my C. Little tiny stitches, right? Okay, so there's my up at A, in at B, out at C. Okay, right. In at D. D, oh yeah, okay. Wait, really? Oh yeah. In at D, so D is going to be this little point of the triangle over here. We bring it in at E, which is way over here next to point A again. All right. Don't pull too tight, you. All right, and there's my in at E. And then we go, again, keeping it pulled in close. F is going to be slightly to the inside of B, and G is going to be slightly to the inside of point C. Pull that there, and then F out at G, in at H, which again is going to be slightly to the inside of D. Okay. I think I have the rhythm down. There, and then in slightly at, what is that, I. Thankfully she does not go through the whole alphabet, but that's the essential stitch. And we just keep pulling it in slightly at each point of the triangle. So you get this kind of overlapped braid effect as you go.
Now, how far in are you coming? Because you're not...
Ultimately, it's supposed to look, I don't know, like I said, the horrible pictures are black and white here. It's supposed to come all the way in, so that you cover the entire triangle.
So it's an actual triangle?
It is an actual triangle.
That's not like a little chevron or anything like that?
No, it's not a chevron.
Okay.
It's supposed to be an actual triangle. And, yeah, that's why I went with high contrast and not a black and white. Although, I mean, to be fair, it's not like they had a whole lot of color photography back in 1926 when the book was written, so...
Oh, they could have fucking colored it if they wanted to.
Okay. I'm almost done. Doesn't take long at least, because, you know, it is a small triangle. Now, they say it's small because, you know, it's good for decorative points. I say it's small because the cameraman would have gotten tired of watching the sewer do this over and over and over again.
I have no idea what you're talking about. This is riveting stuff here. There are some people who will love this, who will go, oh, look at this. There will also be people who will critique your methods.
Oh, I'm sure there are people who will critique my methods. There are always people who are happy to offer criticism rather than do it themselves. That is always the way of the world. And you know, let them. You know, it's not my job to make everybody happy. It's my job to make me happy. And I'm happy because I'm doing it. I'm actually able to do it. Wow. Yeah, see, I'm way better at decorative stitches than buttonholes. Like that actually looks like it's supposed to look, right? I'm just going to call that the center. And there we go. An arrowhead. And it looks very much like, I imagine that looks if it wasn't a black blob on a dark gray fabric or a dark gray background. I hope that's what that would look like. Regardless, I am happy with the results. I feel like I accomplished something and I'm not a completely hideous seamstress. You know, unlike my buttonholes, which suck, but yeah.
So you have a setting on your machine.
I do have a setting on my machine that does buttonholes. I don't have a setting on my machine that does arrowheads, I don't think. Maybe I do. I haven't gotten that far in the manual yet. Maybe I have something. But there we go. And that is what it looks like from the back. It still looks almost like an arrowhead, but instead of the pretty cross stitch, it just covers up. Ah, I've unthreaded my needle. There we go. An arrowhead.